Well, why do people then have these experiences? What, like, they might be, like you were saying, they're in unity with, like, for a year or for a long time. Why don't we all have those kind of experiences?
So the mind comes up and judges some experiences in the good or better camp and some experiences in the not great camp. The thing is, we're all having experiences all the time. All the time. It's just that we're having different experiences and we're overlooking certain experiences. It's beautiful, isn't it? Like, it's really beautiful because we get to see the truth of it. So if we look out and we see, but hang on, they've had an experience of bliss for a year, why haven't I? Just by the nature of that thought, following that thought, we're missing what's on offer already here.
Mine's got no bells and whistles on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Silence.
Silence, how beautiful. So again, when we use that word, just silence, rather than just fear, and as I said, the reason I say just fear or just anger, because there's no problem with it. Usually it's, it's fear, it's anger, it's just fear, it's just anger. This though, when we say, it's just silence, it's silence, it's silence. Does silence need bells and whistles? No. Oh, how beautiful. So then when that thought drops away, anything to do with bells and whistles, and we give our attention to the silence that's here, how beautiful. Then we get to discover it fully because there's this tiny bit of our attention going, shouldn't I just be having a bit of a bell, a bit of a whistle? Yeah.
Yes, or it's easy to get distracted from the silence. Not with bells or whistles, not wanting, not desiring bells or whistles.
Yeah, yeah.
Just because it is, for me,
Do you need, darling, some warm, something warm? Warm tea for your throat? So, you said that this silence is easy to be distracted from.
It can be. As you know, at the moment I'm going through a lot of this stuff and I'm using it, and I love this group with you, coming to you to support through it, because I really want to do the work to let go of a lot of stuff, or just not to let go of stuff, just to be more present.
Yeah.
To be silent. And so what I'm finding is is to be more present all of the time, as much as I possibly can, in my everyday life, no matter what I'm doing. And sometimes that works for me and sometimes it doesn't.
So describe what you mean by that. Sometimes it works for me and sometimes it doesn't. What's the difference?
The difference is sometimes I can be really present, and when things happen, say serious things happen, I don't react to them. I just be with them.
Okay.
And allow a response or whatever.
Okay.
And some of the things have been probably, I can observe myself, whereas in the past I would have kind of reacted and got angry or got upset, or be really happy, or there would have been a reaction from it. But now, a lot of the time, it's a much quieter.
Yeah. And so then the difference. So you said sometimes that.
The other side of it is that I'm not like that. I just, I just kind of revert to the old reactions and emotions and things.
Okay, so
I do get distracted.
So we tell ourselves a story that there's something wrong with that, first of all. We react, we're upset, we're fearful, we're angry, whatever it is. We tell ourselves that there's something wrong with that, rather than the moment you notice, you just stop. That's all. It's so simple. There's nothing wrong when that emotional response is coming through. It's more that we, on top of the emotional response, are then judging on top. Oh, and that's no good, and I shouldn't have, and yeah, see? So there may be times that the body itself reacts, the emotions react. And if we find that we're moving with it, with that reaction, believing the story, believing it, all that is just the pointer that says stop. So in mid, we can stop.
Yes.
Usually we think we have to finish the sentence, don't we? But we can. We could be and stop. So life is showing you how still is still, how silent is silent. Life is showing you where there are little bits that you believe, and that it's an opportunity to just stop. How beautiful, rather than something wrong. And then, and we go, oh, see, and then what happens is, then we soften more deeply into stillness and silence, rather than contracting with something's wrong on top of a reaction.
Yes.
It's the human condition to react.
It is. And it's nice to be reminded of it.
Yeah. So that's not to justify it. Oh, well, it's a human condition, I'm just reacting. That's just, that's indulging. It's more that either you're aware of the stillness and silence, or you're aware that you've followed the ripple that's run through it.
How would have you mean?
So let's say that response or that anger that comes up, it's just a ripple moving through the silence.
Oh.
Isn't it? The silence wasn't touched.
No.
The silence didn't go anywhere.
No.
We just followed the ripple.
Yes.
And go, oh. And we can actually stop and say, if I don't follow this ripple, silence is untouched. So life gives us these opportunities and these pointers to really discover the depths of stillness and silence, to show what it takes, not in a contraction to have our attention here, just innocently, in openness, to have our attention here, that maybe something comes, maybe we follow, we stop. But it's simple. This is it. When you said the simplicity, it's simple. Otherwise, we're trying to add some kind of formula. If this happens, and then do this, and if this happens, and watch out for that, and all that's occurring is that we followed the ripple. We believed the ripple. But the ripple, like the wave on top of the ocean, the ripple didn't change that it is the ocean. It changed the quality of the experience of the ocean, but not the ocean itself. Yeah, so the simplicity, really. The simplicity. Beautiful. Thank you. Then we get to, stay as we are, and life occurs as it does.
It does. And that's life takes after life. Life looks after life.
Life looks after life. Yeah. It does, yeah. And we're not separate to that. We're not separate to that. Life is taking care of this. The more we're willing to take our hands off the wheel, life is causing us to take action, causing us to stop, to open, to move, to speak, to remain silent. Whatever's called for, life is already taking care of it.
Yes.
We just think, I did that. Yeah, that's, isn't it, the ego arrogance that we go, I might have thought I did that, but really, life is doing this. I have total understanding, having had the whooping cough for 3 months. The body just coughs if it needs to cough,
So I thought I was alright. I wouldn't have come in.
It's fine.
Still settle.
I can feel my body wants to be in sympathy with yours. Wants to do a cough as well. It's funny. So then we get to see, my goodness, what a privilege and a blessing this life is. Really. To give our attention here to what is, really, to this grace, to everything, everyone here, every encounter here, all love here, peace here, world peace here. Then it's not what started out maybe as a personal or selfish desire to discover the truth, then becomes being used by life, by grace, in service to all. We can say in service to awakening, and it gives the idea that something needs to happen, that others are asleep. So I'm a bit reluctant actually to say that. Really, in service to all life, as it is, the flourishing of all life. That all life may know itself as peace, really, as this deep abiding peace. Do you need another blanket?
No, I'm not.
You're not cold?
I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
It's just an irritation, though.
Okay.
It's going.
No, that's totally okay. See, even that, something happens, the body does something. Maybe we've stubbed our toe. Maybe it's like that, we're taken by surprise, an emotion shoots through. Maybe it's like this, coughing. And then the coughing starts to trigger something else. Triggers the oh dear, or I shouldn't, or
yes.
If only, or...
Yes, I'm then being a nuisance because I'm spoiling the recording.
Yeah, forget the recording.
But it's hard not to.
Yeah, but so this is how everything...
I'm a nuisance. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, but so all it is life showing you something through the cough. And then are we going to follow that thought? Or are we going to open? Because under that thought, I'm a nuisance, is a feeling or sensation that calls us just to open, to meet whatever that is. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's, ashamed or upset, or, there'd be, what do you discover?
Just being in the way.
And then there'll be an emotional sensation with being in the way.
Yes. I think it's not, always goes back to not good enough.
Not good enough.
Disturbing people or, which is interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah, but do you see how on the surface it's like, oh my goodness, I've got this cough, I shouldn't have come, I'm upsetting the camera. That's why I said, forget the camera. Everything in life is an opportunity to actually be wide open here, no matter what's happening. It doesn't mean it feels comfortable. Of course, coughing doesn't feel comfortable. And yet this thought comes and we believe it and we try and suppress it and pretend like we're not thinking it or feeling. But when we're willing to just be here and open, then this, I'm not good enough. And then we get to open. Get to feel what that feels like. And we get to open even more.
That's right, because it's like the cough was getting worse because I was trying to suppress it and resist it.
Yes, yeah.
I wasn't just allowing it.
And it's not even here now, is it?
Not at the moment.
No.
It's like
yeah.
But that's what it is. That's a very good. Thank you. That's good, because it's in those moments when I do get distracted.
Yes.
Coughing or whatever it happens to be.
Coughing or life. Yes, coughing or life. Anything in life.
Yes. Yes.
And how incredible, what a blessing. Do you see that suddenly, that's like before when I said the upgrade or the downgrade.
Oh, yes.
The mind would go, oh, the cough is like the downgrade. But really, the cough, what an upgrade. Because we get to see, oh my goodness, and then I get to be present here. Do I follow that story that I'm not good enough? Or do I discover the truth here? Wow.
That's good. I mean, I know the downgrades in my life, because that's what I've learned. That's why I've got to hear, it's because of the downgrades.
Yeah.
But to have something simple like that, in a situation like this, put forth.
Isn't that incredible?
Yes.
But all the while we're talking, no coughing.
Yeah, that's right.
No. And notice, just as well, notice how the chest or that irritation feels.
Yeah, it's not tickly at the moment.
Not even tickly, because it was trying to get our attention. See, normally we're going, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with the body. It's doing something that I don't like. The body just is like this barometer that's pointing your attention to something. That's all. And I shared that with having had the whooping cough followed by that vertigo, and how stopped is stopped, really. How silent is silent, really. How still is still, really. How rested is rested, really. That's it, that open inquiry that we continue to open into, to discover. There's no end to stillness. There's no end to silence. There's no end to rested. Yeah. It's beautiful. Isn't it incredible what you brought into the room that you thought wasn't great is really beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. And something like that is, because grace is contagious, you'll be in a, let's say you're in a seminar, maybe you're in a meditation group, maybe you're in a seminar, my goodness, it could be a business training or an event, some kind of, I don't know, self-development event.
Yeah.
Someone starts coughing. And that you were experiencing, coughing, suppressing, someone over here starts coughing. Someone down here starts coughing. Someone back here starts coughing. And you have all this, it's like a contagious, it's not because of the germs, this contagiousness of the suppression, everyone starts coughing.
Yeah.
But in the willingness, cough comes in the willingness to open, and we meet what was hidden from view. We open, discover the truth, this silent grace. Discovery, opening, ripple, silent grace. It's contagious. It's beautiful, beautiful. So when we think that we're powerless, when we think that we have no effect in the world with what's happening, because we know there's so many things in the world, when we feel powerless, think we're powerless, believe we're powerless, or have no effect, the effect is huge by being true. You've just experienced this right now. Yeah, it's beautiful.
I didn't think a cough could take you back to not feeling good enough.
Yeah, it's incredible. And then not good enough takes you to the truth.
That's right.
Yeah, it's life points. Life is always pointing to itself, to the grace of itself. Yeah. So, it's incredibly useful, isn't it? Because we think, oh, we better edit the cough out. No, like how incredible that people get to realise everything is used in service to grace.
Incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, but look how long this has been, no coughing.
Yeah.
Feel, how's that sensation? Tickly?
No, I can still feel croaky, but that's...
Croaky, yeah, because
that's not coffee.
Yeah. So this is what's on offer. You know, when our beloved friend Bharat Mitra said in India, the whole kingdom is on offer, do not make this just another experience. The whole kingdom is on offer. This is it. The whole kingdom is on offer right here. No matter what is occurring, cough or no cough. Yeah. So you get to discover the kingdom. And you get to discover you are the kingdom itself. Beautiful. So beautiful.